Muriel says, I admire F's novels, but she does not deserve to be considered a great writer. What? Okay, Muriel.
Strong.
The point is that no matter how distinctive her style may be, her subject matter is simply not varied enough. All right, so like Muriel's conclusion here is that she does not deserve to be considered a great writer.
Yeah.
And then John responds by saying, I think you are wrong to use that criterion. He's like, that should not be your support for what you are saying that. A great writer does not need any diversity in subject matter. However, a great writer must at least have the ability to explore a particular theme deeply. So John's conclusion is, I think you are wrong to use that criterion.
And her criterion is that her subject matter is simply not varied enough, no matter how distinctive her style may be.
Yes.
That's what she's like going off of. Okay.
So I'm going to start with A. Whether F has treated a wide variety of subjects in her novels. Would she say yes or no? I would say that she would say no to this.
Yeah.
All right. So whether F should be considered a great writer because her style is distinctive. No, she says that she should not be clever. She would say no to this. C says whether treating a variety of subjects should be a prerequisite for someone to be considered a great writer. Yeah, she does think that. So I'm going to say yes. D says whether the number of novels that a novelist has written should be a factor in judging rather whether the novelist is great.
I don't think so. I don't think that's like of importance.
We don't talk about we have no idea what she thinks about the weather number. So we don't get across this one off. E says whether there are many novelists who are considered to be great but do not we have no idea
about anyone else.
Yeah, so we get across this off. And so now we get to read what John says, and we only have to consider him for 3 answers, which makes it really nice. And so what would John say to whether F has treated a wide variety of subjects in her novels?
So he says a great writer does not need any diversity in subject, but it's more so like exploring the theme deeply. So I don't think that's like his main argument.
Okay, it doesn't have to be his main argument.
Oh, okay.
Does he think that has F used a large variety of subjects in her novels? Yes, no, or I don't know.
I don't think so.
I would say I don't know.
Okay.
We have no idea whether he thinks F has or not. He doesn't even talk about F.
Yeah.
You're wrong to use that criterion. Like people don't have to write about a bunch of things to be a great novel. We don't know if he actually thinks F has or has not used a wide variety.
Got it. Okay.
I don't know. We get to cross it off. All right. B says whether F should be considered a great writer because of her style is distinctive.
We don't know about her style and its distinctiveness.
So we get to cross that off. And now what about C?
Whether treating a variety of subjects should be a prerequisite for someone to be considered a great writer. Right. So yeah, because he says, okay, maybe you don't need any diversity, but you have this other like minimum.
Does he think you need to have a variety of subjects in order to be a great writer?
No, he says you don't need any diversity in subject.
So what would he say to C?
He would say, wouldn't that argue against her last point that her subject matter is not varied enough, that he says you don't need any diversity in subject matter?
Right. So he would say no to C, right?
Oh, that's what you're doing. The yes, no. Okay. Got it.
You would say no to C, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And so do we see how we have one that said yes and one that said no?
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
C is our answer.
Oh.